This is our 721 webcast. I'm joined tonight by Juice,
Hey, what's up, guys?
Kenny Boucher. Kenny. We might have immediately lost him. And Rob Bear.
Rob Bear actually.
Kenny is here. He said, "What's up, Nicholas?"
We have a very special guest today on Force Narrative. This is
oh my
Andre the
goodness,
cat.
he's been asking me to talk about this cat for the last 15 minutes.
Well, we weren't sure. We weren't sure Kenny was going to make it.
Let's
So
welcome Andre to the show.
I got a backup plan. And not that we could replace Kenny with a cat, obviously, but in lieu of.
Is it Annie Cat?
No, it's Andre.
Oh,
It's my dog.
there we go. It's my dog, aka Cat.
It's my dog.
Okay.
Actually, by that I mean it's my cat.
Dog.
So we took last week off from our webcast, or at least our weekly webcast, but we had two broadcasts from MurphCon. One of them being the hangout session, which I know we had some video problems, but I thought it was a pretty good session. A lot of good content there on the YouTube channel, and then we did our 2v2 game, which I don't know. We shut the cameras off right before the boo boo lip sad faces began.
Yeah.
No, first off, I don't think there was boo boo lip sad faces. There was just a lot of
A lot of people rolling a lot of sixes, and a lot of people just being vocal about that.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, actually, it was a great game.
See,
Great
what
score.
happened was.
I told Craig and them I'd be back with another Hive Tyrant.
Exactly.
So
we're playing Pink Slips 40K, and Juice and I are a Dark Angels and Tyranid Army down right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, a whole lot of
First
pain.
off, I own 4 Hive Tyrants. 2 of them belong to TPM right now.
Nice.
I'm gonna say what's up, everybody. We got Sean Bailey, Chris, Robert, Michael, Paul Turner, Aaron, all people that joining in on the comments. Please, if you're a first-time viewer, don't be shy about getting in on the comments. It's kind of what keeps us driving. Although today, I don't know if y'all saw. I had to have seen because it's on our Facebook page. But the new Space Wolf flyer.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Was it the Stormfang?
The Stormfang. This thing is boss, man.
This is Assault Ram? Is that what we were talking about?
Yeah, it's like a Storm Talent had a baby with a Cestus Assault Ram, and that baby is the Stormfang.
No,
I'll tell you what, you said that wrong. There ain't no Storm Talent having babies with no Cestus. It's the other
you're
way
right.
around.
It is
and there may be some unwilling participation in this union.
Now,
we can't talk about
let's
that.
get around the fact that the missiles are right next to the pilot compartment, so if you ever fire the missile, you'll probably crash directly into a mountain.
Yeah, like poof, and then you can't see, and you're like.
So, but let's all. I think that's where you put the last cannon replacements, which means basically you'll never ever be able to draw a line of sight to anything other than a flyer with these last cannons. But with all that out of the way, I actually like the model. It grew on me over the course of the day.
Oh, 100%. It is full on. It's on my back like a spider monkey. I love it. To be honest, I was in the probably 10% of Americans that loved the Storm Raven when it came out. So this
Raven.
This all I can envision is like all the pimps of the country. When I mean all of them, I mean like Mephiston, Drago, Corbolo,
Lysander,
Meridius, Calgar.
Lysander recently has been elevated to this level.
I feel like I see one of these vehicles, all those pimps, and a bunch of scouts as an army. You heard it here.
Well, I don't know. When I saw that hold 16, I immediately thought Sky Shield ready for takeoff. This thing with everybody loaded up inside.
Dude, this is a whole 16 people. Is that what you just said?
Yeah, 16 people.
Yeah.
Where
do you put them? Like, where do they go? It has to be at least 1/6 bigger.
Yeah. So here's my thing. Whoever made that illustration of it looking like the head of a dog,
yeah,
that sold me on it right there. I wasn't sure I liked it until I saw the idea, the genius behind that theme. That GW had the foresight to make it look like a giant dog's face. That's genius. It's Space Wolves, man.
That big giant wolf fangs.
Yeah.
Down
Got the sad ears Like, I mean, it's perfect. Love it.
Yep. I mean, honestly, again, I looked at it the first time, like they're trying to push this whole Space Marine thought. It looks good. Like even the Storm Raven, when you're looking at, like, you've got a wall of mech, on the Marine side, and then the Storm Raven's kind of hanging out there. It all looks good, and I think that's going to fit right in with that whole Space Marine, kind of look and feel and tech.
No doubt.
Yep, exactly.
I'm
So
digging it.
I feel like I'm a blow through some of these questions real quick. So Sean Bailey is asking, so we just got back from ATC and wants to know if there's any news or clues on the new 7th edition meta.
Too many restrictions?
No,
Can't tell.
the meta. Go ahead. If anybody's got any other opinions,
Paul, you go ahead. I'll follow up.
I was going to say, I think it's basically the same right now. Like, I don't think anyone had, like, we weren't using formations at the ATC, and I think formations are going to be well accepted as we move forward, especially if Forge Narrative has their way. Which thank y'all for helping us get that across the listeners and the viewers and stuff.
And speaking of, I don't want to stop you anymore, but if everybody who's listening, please make sure, if you haven't got your tickets already, please make sure you go ahead and get them. We've only got a limited quantity. I want to make sure that everybody who wants to be there and who's planning to be there, you can get a spot, because it will get sold out very soon.
Oh, that's for summer seasonal.
Summer seasonal. That's August 9th and 10th.
10th.
Juice and Kenny will be there. Rob will be there. Paul may be there, but if he's not, he'll be there in spirit.
Yeah, if he's not, he will be manning all the internet webs that we've got going on, because we're going to be streaming games all day.
Oh, I'll be talking for so long, you'll get sick of me.
It's impossible.
That is absolutely impossible. I actually listen to you while I sleep.
Actually, yeah, that's how some people listen to, like, the ocean or whales. I listen to Paul.
TPM.
But on the same subject, we were just finishing this guy's question off. The ATC taught us nothing about meta, like, just to, like, tie it into what, like, Rob was getting ready to say. There were restrictions. There were some unique, FAQs. It was a tournament that probably exists outside of the meta because of these new formations, like Paul was saying, because it wasn't really truly unrestricted 40K.
And the nature of the ATC in general, also.
Nature of the event in general. It taught us nothing new, nothing we didn't already know, at least. We still are children in the world of 7th edition. We don't know yet.
But I would like to add the fact. Yes, sorry about that. I would like to add the fact that before ATC, with the brand new D being gone, D weaponry that is, I would like to say that we all thought that Night Titans were dead. They still might be dead, but 7th edition proved that they were not. How that goes moving forward, I have no idea. But as of right now, a lot of people have a lot of D, and they're not willing to give it up.
That's a good point, and that's right in line with the nature of the ATC. Which, thanks for Shane and Chris for putting it on, and Shane was on the podcast. Thanks for coming on. He's a huge friend of the show, a friend of mine, and again, awesome event. But you could take a terrible tournament list, a general single man tournament list to the ATC, and still pull it down for your team. Like, hold it down, lock it down, lock all the points for your team.
And so that's what I enjoyed the most about it, honestly. Like,
it's great.
And I think I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed taking a list that I knew was not going to do well in the normal meta, but I could sneak by and do some things and have some fun with it. Like, that's what ATCs is about, in my opinion.
Oh yeah. Andrew, what's up? We got Ben Hopper. What's up?
You want us to bang through some of these questions real quick, Paul?
Yeah.
So Aaron is throwing at us with these Thunder Calves, pimping out. They want to know, is this a flying dog kennel of doom?
Yeah, like from what I understand, the early rumors is that it can definitely transport Thunderwolf Cavalry.
That's what I was thinking too. If you could have, awesome. Even if they're very bulky and take up 3, or 5 slots a piece or whatever it's going to end up being, you can still
100.
have.
Yeah. Hold on. Let's
16. They can do 16 slots each. If we're getting one in there.
Hold on. Let's hit it with a big technical timeout on everybody. Thundercab in this would be, from what I understand, it would not suck.
I mean, I'm really thinking this whole ready for takeoff.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been looking for ways to abuse it. We've been talking about Thunderhawks. We've been talking about the crazy the Estus and Storm Raven combos with ready for takeoff. This might be the thing that breaks it.
I think you're right.
So I'm happy to see this and hopefully keep it. I don't know. But I'm gonna try. I mean, I don't play Space Wolves often, but my Luna Wolves army is it's my anything Marine army, and I got figures for Space Wolves. I got figures for everything except Blood Angels because I keep that red strong.
Yo, I'll tell you what. I don't always play Space Wolves, but when I do, I definitely play with flyers that can transport Thunderwolf Cavalry.
That's the new
meta.
Oh, you want to hit up? We got Gamer Champ.
Gamer Champ, man. Like, thank you for tuning in. I haven't seen your name before, so thanks for hitting us up. He's saying it's 3 a.m. from England. Appreciate you shouting us out. All the love. We're here for you. Yeah, Gamer Champ. Also, please go ahead, hit us up. Let us know what your favorite army is.
We got Evan from Facing the Great Tide up in here. Checking in, recording. They're recording one of their own at the moment.
Nice. A podcast? Nice.
They said, good work to us making a comeback on day 2 of the ATC. It was a comeback. We weren't looking good. We were glad to finish inside the top 10. Thank you for...
We definitely had to submarine engage, but, hey, it is what it is.
Here's BC right here. What's up, pimps? Off the record, the same people. This is This is the... another one of the Facing the Great Tide guys. They're recording tonight. I just want to shout out real fast. Thank you for taking a moment. I can't appreciate those
guys enough. They have a podcast. They give a shout out on their podcast. It's nice to have a community.
Yeah, don't forget to check out
individuals.
I think it's facingthegreattide.blogspot.com.
Yeah, Evan S. and BC, I just want to let you guys know that the NIDS were in full force if you already didn't know. And then I will also keep you guys posted on the 2-round GT that we have coming up this weekend at Atomic Empire.
We have a 2-day event. Yeah, we've talked about it a few times. I think Rob's coming down, Juice is coming down.
Yep.
Paul unfortunately can't make it. He has real life.
Yeah, first world problems.
But we have a lot of events coming up. We're going to be able to keep you updated on the meta because we're going to our first real unrestricted.
Yep, our boy Dale Payne is going to endorse the full-on Forge the Narrative Mission Tide like it's about to be on. We'll be able to let everybody know what's going on.
Yeah, I'll have
unrestricted. I mean, it's like full. It's 40K multi-cad.
It's actually exactly like ours. It's everything except Forge World and Unbound right now.
Okay.
Wait.
We'll be able to give you.
So I can play with Titans?
I said except. Oh, yeah, escalation.
That is basically
Titans are an escalation.
Yeah. You can play with the escalation book. Yeah, well, your list needed to be in 16 minutes ago.
So you actually
no.
You have crew mercenaries.
So you don't got it. Real quick,
okay.
So just real quick, that's Durham. That's where we are. We're actually recording from the Durham Battle Bunker, a.k.a. the Hangout.
Yep.
But moving on. We got Johnny Watkins, a.k.a. the Federal Narcotics Agent, as we like to call him.
There he is.
Up here, asking us what we think about 4 Thunderwolf Lords with Fenrir Wolf's fam.
It sounds exactly like it's going to play. Disgusting.
I like it. A bunch of strength 10 swinging. I mean, get it in while you can. We don't know what the new codex is going to be, but I don't think they're going to tone them down. I don't think.
Oh, my God. No. I'm a little upset because this new Wolf Lord special character's only got 3 wounds, and that's... It's a little upsetting because that's supposed to be the chapter master level.
I don't think that he's going to be the best. He's only 135 points.
Yeah.
All right, so let's keep that in mind. All right.
So a Wolf Lord with a power axe is probably 130 points. That's what I'm saying.
But I'm not. But he's got a lot. I mean, he's got some other abilities, and I think that I think we're going to see a 300-point Thunderwolf Lord or Wolf Lord. I think we're going to see one.
As long as he's got 4 wounds and some equivalent to the orbital strike.
Oh. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut anybody off, but Chris Morgan is hitting on a couple points that I like to talk about. He said he just played in a no preserved avid 40K tournament this weekend and got thoroughly handed by some 40K Tau Void Shield generators. I feel like he needed some kind of Lord of War, any kind of aspect to go. Like, Chris Morgan, please let us know, what did you play? Like, what was your army that you had to face against that Tau aspect? Because,
it's a big thing that we were talking about is, if you're going to play in the new no preservatives added environment, you actually have to come and play.
Yeah. Don't come with your B game. Don't come with the ABC
Don't just bring your
game.
super friends, like our favorite list.
Yeah.
You just bring your super friends, you're going to get dumped on, dude. Like, it's not going to work. Yeah. You have to bring new stuff, new exciting lists.
So real quick, just to give a quick additive of what I played, ATC I only had 2 Hive Tyrants. I couldn't have double CADs. but I'm about to play in a GT that has a double CAD, multi-CAD option. Guess what I'm playing?
Four high tyrants.
Like obviously, like if you got to bring it, or you know what I mean. Don't get mad if somebody else takes it to you. So just let us know what you're playing against.
Look at the event. Always play to the event. You know, that's what we do. We've done for years. Is like whatever the event is, play to that, and really, you know, take a long look at whatever, like this not Unbound. I mean, obviously we know that can get obnoxious, but it's not. It's still a part of the game. So if the event's playing Unbound, make sure you bring something that can handle Unbound list. But if it's multi-cat, take a look at what all your options are. You know, break open all the codexes. Do some research online. You know, with Unbound, you can actually be looking at someone else's army list to be like, you know, I'm sorry, not Unbound, but with multi-CAD, you could look at someone else's army list like, you know what, I like a little bit of that. Let me get a little bit of that. Put it in mine.
Yeah.
And still keep out the flavor.
Let me have a third of that, and I'll take 2/3 of mine. You know, like I actually on Sunday, I'm sorry, my local hobby store, I had to let everybody know they're worried about, like, they were talking about the new Orc Codex, and they're like, well, you know, like the heavy spot is kind of heavy, and I'm like, or it's kind of full. I can't get what I want. I'm like, why can't you? Just take
you can take Infinity CAD. What's the problem?
Stop thinking. You
can have 1 million troop choices.
Yeah, like, I mean, come on, like, let's get with the times. Like, don't restrict yourself. The GW is not restricting you. Yeah. The tournaments should not be restricting you.
And if they are, it's like we say, like, don't play what you don't want to play.
Yeah,
you know, that's simple as that.
So our boy Jack West here, like, my man, aka his nickname now is Will Smith, because that is a baller name. He wants to know how you can build and use a transcendent to
you definitely want the super flamer. Like, a lot of people, like, they cringe at the point cost of the super flamer, but
so I feel like, I don't know if you guys can agree with me, but I feel like there's a couple of things that you need. I feel like you need the electric slide, aka
you don't need that.
I feel like turn one,
it's good.
I feel like turn one.
Can I cut you off here for just 1 second? Sure. Is there a bad way to build one of these Satans? I mean, like,
there is. If you're afraid of this point cost, if you're afraid to build them up, it's terrible.
Well, that's what I'm going to say. Is like if your Satan is not 900 points, try again.
Paul, your TPM took the words out of my mouth. Like, if you don't come up to 820 to 900 points, do it again.
just try it. Like, what else can I put on this bag of boy? You know? I want to give a shout out to Carl Short from the 19th Legion, man. Thanks for showing
what's
up.
up, Carl?
He's asking us, you know, what are some of the tougher lists of the ATC? You know, obviously it's a different format, but Wave Serpent's still strong. Our boy Nick Rose brought a really super strong White Scars, like really tiny on the White Scars, long on the IG Allies, tough list. Just stuff like that, you know, obviously with the B-Stars we're rocking out strong. Guard, real good. There are lots of Wyverns there.
Oh,
so watch out for
I
that
think
stuff.
every Guard army, if it was Guard, it had like 4 minimum.
Yeah. Watch out for the Wyverns. They're going to be strong. They're good. They do. Anytime you can reroll that many dice to get that good effect, that's one of the things we look for in a codex that has value.
Okay, man, we'll shout him out.
Hey, I'm sorry to interrupt. I just want to make sure that we gave a big shout out to Southern Wargaming, man. Thanks for tuning in. And do you think Canis Wolfborn will be removed? And I have to say yes. I think that Canis has seen his last days, and he is done.
Well, we were whispering over here.
They got a model.
They've got a model. Unless they make this model,
it'll be a formation. It won't die. It'll be something. You know what I mean? Like,
especially if they're trying
they have a Gazgo model. He came out in a different supplement.
Well, he's dead to me.
Oh, word. Just like
I've never seen him on the table. I mean, like, I've never ever. I know plenty of people who own tables.
I've seen the model. I've seen the model on the table, but I've never seen his rule played on the table.
Yeah. When we were over here whispering in Shadow, we were just commenting on. There's a lot of names that we haven't shouted out before.
Yeah, I can't even stop, man. Like Solo Falcon 1138, man. Thanks for tuning in. You know what I mean? Like, that's probably
that's actually
Brian Norrie. That's the.
He changed his name.
Oh, Brian,
He's trying to shed those bounds of being a Helldrake hater.
Oh.
But yeah, Southern Wargaming.
Cocoon's a full-on Helldrake player.
Yep.
Thank you, Brian, for tuning in yet another time.
Yep.
Well, Gamer Chap. I think Gamer Chap's another one I've only seen tonight.
Exactly.
Let's talk about that right now. So my all-time favorite 40k army would have to be the Blood Angels, but I'm playing the Necrons at the moment, skipping on the new Psyche phase. Hey, Blood Angels have taken a hit. We are the Blood Angel innovators, though, and we hopefully, I don't know if you listen to the show or not, but we talked a lot about maybe exploiting this whole objective secured Death Company Dreadnoughts and Death Company Land Raider. So you
and a Small Marine Land Raider. Don't forget,
yep,
it's the cheapest way to do it. Doing objective secure Land Raider.
You can build around that, and get get some. It may not be exciting, spicy things to play right now, but it's a lot of game-winning stuff that we definitely support. But thanks for tuning in, man.
And thank you for the unique way you spell favorite. I assume you are coming in hot from England.
Oh, the gamer chap is what do it for me.
Yeah, he shouted out earlier. We shouted.
If we have anybody watching from Nottingham, I really want one of those Bugman's Bar games. Like they put that out like the week after I left the UK, so I can't get one. It's like a little cardboard game.
Where you're in the Bugman's Bar?
Yeah. But it's a fantasy setting or whatever.
They I think that wasn't a White Dwarf. They actually did that in a White Dwarf. Like you could
there's
cut it out and put
it
it on the card.
They
boxed it.
Yeah, there's a boxed game that came out. I want to say 2-3 years ago, maybe a little bit longer at this point. But it might not even be any good. It's only available there though.
Just to let you guys know, the bar next to the store here for the FTN Summer Seasonal has officially will have the outdoor beer garden. So probably the Friday before we'll do a little meet and greet or something. I'm sure over there.
Oh yeah, somebody asked what's up Friday. Y'all gonna be partying hard on Friday, right?
Oh, we're gonna be
I would imagine
chocolate wasted on Friday.
So I'm trying to get them to keep the I'm trying to get them to keep the beer garden open for after Saturday, after we get done with the tournament, around day one, so we can keep it open and go out front and party some.
Yeah, please, and make sure everybody, if anybody is traveling from a distance, come in. I'm sure you guys just said it on Friday, man, and hang out with us. We will all be there. I will buy you drinks.
Yeah, we want this to be a community event, so y'all please, if you're anywhere near the area and are worried about not knowing anybody, just assume you know us and you'll be treated like family. It's going to be a good event.
It's true.
Let's treat you exactly how I treat David.
Uh-oh. You don't want that. Last time I saw you and David together, you powerbombed him.
There you go.
With love.
Right.
Troy is asking, are Space Wolves going to be like Chaos Marine since Grey Hunters don't have the close combat weapon in the Stormclaw book?
That's what I assume.
Well, I'm going to say blanket no because...
Well, except they're going to have Edition of Fear.
Right. So, immediately better.
Obviously better, yeah.
So, speculation. I don't like to speculate too much, especially with the rapid, how quickly we see these rules come out. But do you think the banner is still going to exist?
Oh man, I hope so. But I bet it'll probably be preferred enemy for a turn though.
Yeah, I would have to imagine the reroll 1 armor saves is probably going to be. I don't think. I think that they knew what they were doing when they wrote it, but I don't think they knew what they were doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're trying to pull a lot of the rules in line, with standardization with all the universal special rules and things like that.
Johnny's asking.
Hey, Rob, answer this question from. Can we do Craig Ling real quick?
Yeah, hit us.
Craig Ling has a question there. It's for Rob. He's asking if the 3++ from the Overlord confers to the Chariot.
I haven't found where that is actually a real thing. It's weird. I was thinking about that, and then I can't. Technically, it's one model, so yes, but
except that it says
I don't think so because you have to allocate.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to allocate.
Right, you allocate to either the Chariot or the Lord.
We spent an hour talking about this on the drive home from ATC about how you treat the guy and the Chariot. We are pretty certain that they are absolutely not the same model. They're the same model.
Yeah.
When they say it's the same model, it's a lie. It's not the same model. Everything else after that sentence proves that it's not the same model.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree with you. I think that since you have to allocate, that is different.
All right,
I would really like them to have a 3-up invulnerable from shooting, but I don't think that's real.
Rob, I need you right now. I need you on my corner, and I need you to answer. Robert right now is asking. He is a little upset, so am I, because the new. I will not try to butcher the name. Can you help me out there? What's the name of that Nick creature?
Oh, the Portugal one, right?
Demachuron?
Demachuron.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Okay, I was hoping his quote is, "I was hoping that he would be on the night level of BA-ness, and he is not." Rob, do you have
he's just like a.
Do you have any kind of sass for us?
Nope, we might have lost him.
You don't.
Yeah. Okay, so he. What?
I'm going to go to this other way. It said, Johnny Watkins is asking, do you guys think the Wyverns will cause a swing back to high-quality, high-armor-say units? I think the answer is probably not in mass, but if you want to win the tournament, you're going to have to go back to getting through a guard army.
Yeah.
I feel like to go back to winning GTs and everything else, you're going to have a well-balanced list. So if you put all your eggs in one basket to anything, you will lose.
Yeah, going forward, you're going to have to get through a guard army at some point along the way.
You're also going to have to get through a knight army.
Yeah.
So you can't come with nothing but strength 6 or 7. You know.
Yeah, well, maybe see knights in the 7th edition format, they might not be a top tier list. They may only be, if you fade them in the first couple of rounds, you might not ever see a knight army again.
Okay. Because of the fact that they don't have objective secured.
Well, but yes, and the fact that now they got rid of the Knight Codex. You can't have 5 in a single combined arms attachment.
Well, can't you have multiple CADs and have 6?
Now in a full 7th edition, that's one of those things you have to play to the event.
Yeah, 6 is over 1850 though.
Okay.
But you can have like 3 knights and then this data slate, the new guy.
Oh, so you can have a seneschal, 2 other guys, and then the new guy.
And
2 seneschals, essentially. Yeah.
Basically 2 seneschals. Yeah. I mean, you got to pay those extra points, but he's worth that 500 points because that reroll on the stomp, I think, is going to win you games.
Yeah, and also the ability to shoot and then run.
Yeah. Looks like Rob's back. You back, Rob?
Test 1 2.
He is back.
Hello.
He's back.
So what kind of information do you have for us on that new Beastie, Forge World model?
All right, hold on a sec.
Yeah, pull that up, rules guy.
Well, I was getting to that. So, what do you guys think about the Dark Angels in 7th edition? Kenny, I'll let you answer because our interpretation of the way the rules work now different than maybe what some other people's got.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, man. Like, I don't know how to feel about it anymore because we used to talk about the power field generator being inside the vehicle because the FAQ doesn't have that anymore online, but the digital codex does have it still. Well, they released that they've been releasing Ninja FAQs on the digital downloads that aren't actually on the Black Library. So I don't know how to react to it anymore. I'm kind of starting to think that you probably can't put the power field generator in there based on this new information.
But see, Kenny, I mean, I want to disagree though, only for the fact
I want to as well.
It's not that they intentionally haven't updated the codexes. They just haven't updated the codexes with the new fact information.
I agree with that, but
they're ridiculous about it. Like if I were to go and buy, were I to order from the Games Workshop site right now a Dark Angel Codex, it's going to come to me
without
the rules as printed.
And then you would go on Black Library and it wouldn't be there. I only get hesitant because we have like an Inquisition FAQ that is only digital. That only the digital version has the FAQ.
There is no.
There's no other version.
Codex. And if you bought that legitimately, then you would have your codex updated if you had auto updates turned on.
That's true. So I guess you're right. So in the world that you can put a power field generator inside of a Land Raider, the Dark Angels are pretty cool, especially with allies. You can put some serious stuff in there. So yes, play to the strengths of a Dark Angel list. Throw some powerful generators and some Land Raiders, and you'll do really good.
I do think the Dark Angels are a good ally. I think some of the characters are really good. I don't know how this whole primary detachment works with some of their characters anymore, but I think that some, like Azrael, is awesome to add.
Azrael's a beast. Azrael's a beast. Yeah.
He's super good.
Yeah. If
So,
you're scaling your awesomeness on Deathwing Terminators, you're still not going to enjoy.
But I'll tell you what, man, you're just not going to have as much fun playing a competitive Dark Ages army right now. All their most competitive builds are just not going to yield you as much fun as a lot of other codes.
It's a little more square. You know what I mean? Like you've got a couple things and then that's it.
I agree. I agree with that statement.
So Ed Black is hitting here talking about a new Fedora. Who would have guessed?
Oh yeah.
It's like all black versus. So for a lot of the fans that haven't seen it, you know what I mean? This Fedora was seen at ATC.
Yeah, there's actually, like we were talking about, there's some Fedora awareness has been going on. Somebody lost a Fedora at the ATC, and they just got on the loudspeaker and the PA system, let everyone know, hey, we got your Fedora, it's up here. And I'm just glad because I feel like the awareness that we caused, that we created, helped create, and you guys helped us create with my Fedora being lost at Adepticon, kind of like spearheaded this new Fedora awareness.
Yeah, no, it's really good to see because. It's a real thing.
It's a problem. It happens.
It's an epidemic. So Johnny Watkins, no doubt. So Johnny Watkins is hitting us with. He feels that the Wolfen could be like Death Company. If that means that they could have Wolfen dreadnoughts with blood talons, we're talking.
Can you buy the Wolfen still online? I haven't checked in a long time.
No, they've been gone for a long.
I think I'm not sure they're going to see them. I mean, it's.
I think I've got a box of like four metal ones later on still.
My right eye sheds a single tear if we can't have Wolfen anymore in the game.
Now, how funny though were the Wolfen models that they actually came with bolt pistols but didn't have?
They were horrible. I absolutely hate those models, and they're ugly and they're stupid.
I don't think they're ugly. I think they're just like they came with bolt pistols though, and they didn't have bolt pistols.
One dude had a fish. He had a fish. Actually, it was a demonette head, but it looked like a fish.
One of these dudes looked like Michael Jackson Thriller version of a werewolf, like a cat.
I liked them. I thought they cool models. I liked them.
So obviously GW has stepped up their game for modeling since then, but I would like to shout out all the gaming miniature companies that make great Wolfen models. Because my boy Luke, a great fan of the show, has some of the best looking Wolfen models that he's got second party from some other people, and they look amazing.
From which company that does that?
I don't want to quote a false name right now, but
fair enough. Yeah, whatever.
Yep.
They're out there.
Hey, Deuce, I got them stats.
Dude, you got them, please. My heart is pounding.
All right. So, monstrous creature. It's not night level. But if you keep in mind, the Amphibian 4 project, the last book, it was the Trigon, and he was basically the
stats,
first.
Rob.
Yeah. Would you hit us with a point first?
Sure.
Point cost.
200.
200 points. Okay. I can get
for the night.
Yeah.
Yep. Talk to us.
Fast attack. So basically, a monster.
Okay.
It's got the Leaper ability where it's like jump pack 6, but it's 6 inches. I don't know.
Oh, so during the assault move, it can move an extra 6 inches?
No, it's like instead of a jump pack's 12, it's just a jump pack, but it's only 6. So it can kind of jump over things.
The base is probably 4.5 inches.
Yeah, I'm about to say this is horrible.
I don't know what's happening right now.
It's not setting up. All right.
It doesn't even make sense. But you get a bonus if you don't use it in the movement phase. So whatever.
Okay, I know you're about to drop the bomb on us. It's about to be the epic good bomb. So hit us.
Well, so it's got instant death. It's got a rampage, the instant death special rule, +1 strength AP2 melee with one of its weapons, sickle claws, grasping talons, the thorax, spine maw, and adrenal glands. So what the grasping claws talons is +1 strength AP2 melee. If you get a 6 to hit, you make a spine maw attack at initiative step 1, and what that is, it's one attack that auto hits. It's basically like Hammer of Wrath, but not, because it's one. So you can target any enemy model that isn't extremely bulky, and only one of these attacks can be, and it can Oh, so it's basically got precision strike.
Oh, okay. What's
Yeah.
his base stat line?
Weapon skill 8, ballistic skill 3, strength 6, toughness 6, weapons wound 6 wounds, initiative 6, leadership 10, 3 up save, and its instinctive behavior is feed.
Okay.
For 200 points, I mean, I've seen worse.
Yeah, I mean, like here on Blackheart's almost 200 points, so yeah.
Okay, so
so that one attack it does, the spine maul attack, it's also at plus 4 strength, AP 1, and it's instant death.
so if you roll a 6 to hit, you also get an additional
Right.
strength 12, AP 1.
We'll go with strength 12, yeah.
You know, like, well, I don't understand why you get a +6 to that if you're already strength 6. I feel like it sounds like it's good. I would rather have for 240 points another Hive Tyrant with Twinly Devourer's Wings and a Electroshock Maul.
People love to buy that Forge Roll stuff, though. So
I
I'm
haven't
sure
seen the
we're gonna see
model. I haven't seen the model.
But it ends up getting like 10 attacks, though.
That's true. That's true. Like I have to admit, I'm on record on multiple levels saying NIDs are not good in close combat. This guy has weapon skill 8 and potential of 10 close combat attacks.
Yeah, you're gonna roll a 6. You're gonna get that. You're gonna get that strike. You know, you're gonna get that instant death strike. That's AP 1.
So does he have deep strike? Does he have any sort of?
You're reaching.
I'm trying. I want to be positive.
So it can
Look, Forge Roll is for the hobbyers. It is.
It
for
can
the
jump
hobbyers.
6 inches in the movement phase.
And
Some of the
people
things
love
just don't make
service.
some of the things just don't make sense over there. I got it.
So let me jump into a couple questions here. We got Paul Turner asking a real good question. So my son plays Dark Angels and is feeling a little bit landlocked. What ally do you recommend them partnering with? Now, I mean, I want to go so far as to say they make better allies than allies go with them, but
if you're trying to go crazy, if you're trying to go beast mode, like ultimate point efficiency, absolutely agree with you.
But like I said, Nick on our team for ATC, he took about 12 White Scars models and then 120 guard army or guard models as the ally.
That's Nick, aka the Truth.
The truth.
Yeah, you could mech up Sirius. Now, I mean, I don't know if you listen to our show, Paul, but we've got, we talk about how good guard allies are because you can do things like take a couple lean-ins as the HQ for the ally slot. So you can eat up, a lot of points or little points in the guard. They make awesome allies.
Well,
And the
especially
Battle
now
Brothers
that Battle Bros can share transports. I mean, you can do some silly stuff just getting some cheap power field generators in your guard army. If you feel really strong about Dark Angels in general, like Space Marines, make a good ally to go with them.
Putting in a 4-wound Eternal Warrior character in there doesn't hurt.
No.
If I had to put together a Dark Angel army right now, just with the figures that granted I'm a guard player, and I've got a bunch of guard tanks, I'd probably make some type of mech wall with Land Raiders and Leman Russes and that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So take that for what it might be. And Wyverns, hiding behind my Land Raiders.
Oh, yeah, but Wyverns for sure.
Paul Murphy's cousin, Mark Murphy, wants to know about what do you fellas think about the winners and losers of the Necron book? Also, thank you. I appreciate it. I bought this cup specifically for our Battle Bunker.
Nice.
Yes, he leaves it here every day.
Specifically, it's only for here. So Rob or
what do you mean the winners and losers of the Necron book? That book got so good. What does he mean?
So I'd like to point out a winner. I also have a loser in my back pocket, but I'd like to point out a winner of the Doom Scythe. It is the ability to deal with anti-flyers with the Tesla cannon and have the ability to deal with invisible units with the Strength 10 line, whatever.
Yeah,
that's called.
That definitely helps because you pick point A, point B. It doesn't target them, so it gets them. It's pretty good. Catacomb Command Barge obviously coming on strong with the Chariot, but make sure you read all the rules in the in the FAQ because there's a lot of them. Anybody that actually runs it right, it's a lot of rules.
Anytime you got to flip through that many pages, potential for error.
I would like to go ahead. I'd like to throw it out there. I feel like potentially that Wraiths took a hit. I feel like they're not as good as 18 race is not as scary as what it once was.
Do you think they took a hit, or they're just other things got elevated above them when the rules change?
No, I feel that because of the fact that high strength weapons are a lot better now than what they were, that race are not as good.
So, because MSU's back, higher strength weapons have come back. So that potential to insta kill rates is all over the place.
Yeah, so like melter weapons went away. Like we were all about strength 7 plasma, auto cannons, everything else, and now all of a sudden we've got Night Titans everywhere. Like we want as high a strength as possible.
So you basically say some bad rolling could take away a lot of your effectiveness.
Where before you could really
the addition hasn't made them worse. You could probably play them to incredible levels of efficiency, no doubt.
Well, I'm not disagreeing with you. I think that there are better choices now due to the addition. I was just curious if y'all kind of felt the same way, or what you thought.
I feel like there are better choices. Like I don't think there's any losers in the Necron Codex right now. I think the Codex is just strong. There are things that are more efficient than other things, though.
I think it's a crazy, forgiving army. So you could dig yourself out of a couple of bad turns or bad rolling.
Yeah, absolutely. You could be texting your girlfriend, not paying attention, gotta take a bathroom break, come back, and still win the game.
Yeah.
I think that's a great lead into like what Michael Homer is saying. Like what codex combos worries people for the new tournament season. I feel like there's going to be a lot of Eldar, Necron, and Codex AEM allies. I feel like those 3 combos can get you anything you want, and I would even like to extend that to anything that can summon demonology. I'd like to go into a little ATC experience to a good buddy of ours, a good friend of the show from Virginia. He plays Grey Knights. He played Drago, Cody S, 9 close combat paladins. He had so that was Gate of Infinity towards somebody. He had an Aegis defense line with 5 Cyphermen Cybacks behind the Aegis line, all with a single Psyker inside. And then behind that, he had allied in Eldar that had 5 Spirit Seers and a Warlock that summoned demons. So this army was Eldar, demons, Grey Knight, Inquisition, right? So that is probably the grossest out of everything that I could come up with. I feel like that is the grossest and the best use of combos / what you can get / everything that you can have in a codex, in an army. So I have nightmares of that.
That and Necrons are pretty good too.
Not by themselves, they're not. They need some help.
Well, I kind of disagree with that because I think that you could just I just rolled some 6s this turn, so.
I feel like I can win about almost every game of 40K I've ever played with 4 nice size, 3 annihilation marches, and 2 catacomb man marches.
I also would like to say that 9 broadsides with missile drones are still as good as they ever were.
I agree with that. Jack West has said he wrote his 2,000 point list for tomorrow, and he's running a Stormlord with 30 Death Company and a Reclusiarch, using it as an assault bus. What do you think?
Yep. Yeah, that's a good one, and plus you got that big cannon on the front. 30 shots, string 6, AP3.
I'm down with that.
That's crazy. I think you could stand still and shoot it twice too.
Yeah, and somebody actually asked a rules question: does ordnance still prevent you from prevent you from firing your other weapons on the vehicle? And I don't think that it does. And
yeah,
did either.
Snapshot.
Is that? Can you get a page for that? I mean, I've not read it. Johnny's asking us to do a podcast to cover on things like the different types of weaponry and what they do and how it affects our list building. I think that's actually a good topic for us to talk about on the podcast maybe next time.
So 2 things. One being, hey, Andrew Jason, man, thanks for tuning in. Haven't seen you before. Let's get to your question here real quick. Is it still good to run grab guns in Marine tactical squads in 7th edition? So
I don't think that was ever good. Just not to be too much of a naysayer.
So I want to be.
You said it before me, Kenny. I'm not sure that grab guns on attack Marines are a way to go.
Gotta have armored levelers models, or I don't take them.
But nobody's saying that it was bad, right? So like I feel like I don't know if it's better or worse than a multi-plasma. It depends on what your local meta is. If I was a Marine player in a tournament, I feel like I would get all the grab that I needed in my Centurions.
Or on Bike Marines.
Or on Bike Marines. Good call. Good call.
So I think that the points are better spent on Attack Marine than putting grab on those guys. I mean, granted, Attack Marines are solid, and you can definitely put them in positions to make plays. But if the play does not go like you want, you've basically wasted your move. And with a grab gun, there's a potential there to waste your move. Because it doesn't affect vehicles as reliably as it does heavy armor troops. If you're playing against somebody with, zombies or whatever, you're not getting any work done. So I don't think so.
It'll wreck the crap out of Satans, Wraith Knights.
Yeah. There's still a lot
the big boogeyman.
Riptides.
One grab gun in attack squad is not going to get a lot of work done for you.
No.
You're basically putting 10 Marines in danger to get that one grab shot off, maybe only 5, whatever. But you're putting a lot of stock in it doing the work, and I don't think that from attack squad it's going to get the work done.
Okay, so I would just like to go in a little bit further about what Paul is saying. When I run my Space Marine tactical squads in Rhinos, I would rather, if I'm going to give them a special weapon at all, I know that this unit is going to move forward and do this. It's not going to be, I'm going to take this weapon in hopes that it's going to have a chance to use this. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna combat squad. I'm gonna have a 10-man squad. I'm gonna have a heavy weapon. I'm gonna combat squad them. I'm gonna have the heavy weapon chilling in a ruin somewhere with 4 guys, and then I'm gonna have inside the Rhino. I'm gonna have a special weapon, and then I'm probably, if I invested the points in the special weapon, I'm gonna find points for that sergeant to have a combi weapon, so when they hop out, they can do an actual punch instead of a hope and a prayer.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you 100%.
So I have that ordnance roll here. It is on page 73, bottom corner.
There you go, page 73. It says you only snapshot, right, after firing ordnance?
Yeah, if you fire an ordnance weapon, the other weapons on the vehicle have to snap fire. You can also snap fire ordnance if you're allowed to, per the rules. You can't snap fire ordnance that's blast template,
John Keenan, man, thanks for tuning in. He's asking, if we like the Stormfang. Yes, we love the Stormfang. We think that's going to be finally what breaks it, the ready to launch on the Sky Shield landing pad, holding all those models. It's going to be exploitable, going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Bruley here is talking about demons. The demons is the best way to play them with allies or no other sources, or with other sources. And to be honest, I have now played against probably 10 or 12 different people in different factions summoning demons, whether that be Grey Knights summoning demons, whether that be Eldar summoning demons, or Chaos or Demons summoning demons. Either way, if you can put an extra 1,000 points on the table, it's a positive. But if that's all you have is putting 1,000 points on the table extra, it's not that good. This is my alter ego talking to me.
Sorry, guys.
Coach is saying should he change the grab out on the? I hope you're not meaning the Centurions. Centurions are still strong. I mean,
Centurions are super good.
But as far as like an attack squad, yeah, and we might even talk about that in the chat. I definitely think melta guns are the way to go because you want to be able to like scoot up, pop something, and be like, you know what?
First blood.
That was me rolling the dice. If that happened to happen.
Oh, so now we know. I'm sorry. So Andrew, thank you. This is Super Coach. Great to see you.
Super.
Thanks for tuning
in. Getting out of combat, I think you can get out of combat.
Yep.
It is very valid. I think that it's definitely you put your opponent in sad face mode when you do it, but it is straight legal.
If you get it off, yes, it is.
What are we talking about?
Can you gate of infinity out of combat?
Oh my God, yes you can.
Yeah.
Jack West, I don't know into what reference you are referring to. Snap.
I think you're talking about ordnance.
I'm paid 73, but I feel like every time I see your name, I am going to say whatever you have out there because your name is so epic. Jack West.
Gamer Chat talking about he still likes Necron destroyers.
Get off of that Kool-Aid. Get on the Catacomb command bars.
I don't know. Well, in the UK they do play more of the intent of the rules than maybe some of the power game.
They do have preferred enemy.
All right, so I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna go down this rabbit hole with you. If your meta has a lot of Night Titans, then yes, I can go with you.
No, you're talking about heavy destroyers, then maybe. Or are you just going trying to get the Gauss in?
Yes,
Well,
I'm just trying to get as much Gauss out there.
I thought we were talking about Destroyer Lord. You talking about Destroyers?
No, destroyers.
Destroyers.
Remember, destroyers have preferred enemy.
When I see the word Destroyer, I assume Lord comes after it. So I was like, you're going to take a Destroyer Lord instead of a Catacomb Command Lord? What are you talking about?
The Necron destroyers. This is the content. Just plain old, on the
Were they last
Silver
cannons?
Surfer.
They're strength 6, like 4 shots each.
With preferred enemy.
With preferred enemy, it's no joke. No, I don't think.
Yeah.
Let me check.
I thought they had Gauss. If they didn't have Gauss, then I would try.
Yeah, they're Gauss. They're not Tesla. They're not Tesla.
What's that other thing in the Codex that nobody ever takes that has a billion template shots?
None of us know because it's useless.
Right.
What, is that a real thing?
There's something in the Necron Codex that nobody ever talks about. I assume you know because you play the Necron Codex.
An Orkalaba.
It's like a lava.
A bubble chucker.
This is not a real thing.
The Necrons do not have a chuck. Stop.
Okay. All right. I was calling out what I can.
You're about to find out that they have something like that.
I know. I'd be like, oh, so I immediately.
I want everybody for the next
statement.
3 minutes or 4 minutes before we go off live to keep your eyes glued to Rob Bear's screen down there, because when his eyes get this big, he's gonna see what unicorn of Necrons we were talking about.
Oh, this is interesting. This is an interesting question. With the changes to firing separate weapons one at a time, can you fire all your other weapons first at normal BS and then fire your ordnance at normal BS?
Can you say the question one more time?
I feel like you said it all the same. I'm confused.
Your guns count as at the same time. So if you shoot an ordnance, you shoot an ordnance and everything snaps fires.
That's the way I feel too.
Yes, definitely.
But do the rules support that?
So I guess this question
they most
is
definitely
what happens if you shoot the ordnance last?
It doesn't. You shoot them all at once. You resolve them independently. So for counting, for shooting, it's only for range. It's only for making people take casualties. You know what I mean? Like.
So I would like to even go a little bit further. What happens if I say that I'm going to start with this weapon, this weapon, this weapon? I don't have to, at the beginning of my shooting phase, I don't have to declare how many weapons I'm shooting. I just declare this is my first weapon.
Well, no, but you actually do declare that what you're shooting. You just resolve the shots.
See, that's what I thought too. I thought that's what was clarified for this. Over this, that's something I took away from ATC too.
Are you sure? Like I haven't seen that word.
No, I
must be wrong.
They all
that's the way
simultaneously. The shots all happen simultaneously. You just get to choose the order they're resolved against the enemy, because then he has to resolve casualties starting the closest.
Yep.
So I want to refer to the Tomb Blades.
First off, Chris, thank you.
looking. You know, it's funny because that's exactly what I was just looking at. I was like,
what it's
talking about the Tomb Blades.
We gotta pause it. Stoner Steve showed up, and it's his birthday. Happy birthday, Stoner Steve!
Stoner Steve. First off,
better
this
late than never.
to
You are. He's asked how late he is. You are incredibly late, but we will allow it. We understand how it is sometimes.
First off, Stoner Steve, we just had 2 drinks to you. Let us know what you're drinking tonight. Chris Gardner, you are the man for finding out what, getting into the mind.
Based on that vague description, you're a genius.
Don't the Necrons have something nobody takes? Yeah.
Something was a
First off, Chris Gardner, you are our in the future Necron warlord.
There you go.
Be on standby.
Just for all Necron-related mind-reading telepathy questions.
Yep.
Stoner Steve was here in spirit. Thank you, Stoner Steve. Oh, man. We have so many people. We got Ed Black still. Want to nail Ned Black?
Well, no, I mean that's basically in line with the ordinance, and we figure. I think we've got it nailed down to the fact that you have to declare your shots from, like, say for instance, I'm firing a Land Raider. I have to say This is shooting same way it used to be. I have to declare all my shots. This is shooting
So
here.
you have to do the Pilot Machine Spirit. You have to say what it's going to do.
Yep.
You don't get to just wait till the last second.
Yep. And you
That's
can't
what I
be
thought.
all like, I fired the multi-melta here. I blew it up. Okay, I fired the last cannons over here. You can't do that still.
So I'd like to pose a question. What if I am a Marine squad and I have a melta-gun? I choose to say I'm shooting the melta-gun first. I shoot and destroy something for whatever it is that I'm shooting at. Now, did I have to declare that I'm going to shoot my bolters that are rapid firing?
No,
Or can I
you
just
would
not
have
shoot
to say I'm going to shoot my bolt pistols. You would have to say I'm doing this, this, and this.
Okay, so you declare all your weapons that you're firing, and
Yep.
then you go into just like the assault phase. You go on initiative step 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Well, yeah, but it's not an initiative. You just declare you decide how they are resolved.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep. Solar Falcon is asking. It said he ended up with an extra 10-man tactical squad, Melta and Plasma, and a multi-Melta. Would you guys make it a Legion of the Damned squad?
You know,
Now-
I'm going to say yeah. I don't understand why some people love them, but a lot of the top players have Legion of the Damned squads. In
They
their army,
ignore
so
cover and they have a lot of AP2. That's
and
why.
they're relentless. They're relentless too.
And
Yeah,
they
let
get
me
an
just
invulnerable save.
If you have a 5-man squad with a melta gun, Kami melta, and a multi melta, or whatever, if you can only have 2,
And they also only
You
scatter
strike in.
1d6, right?
yeah, you deep strike in. Let me tell you how many wave serpents you will kill. However many squads you have of Legion of the Damned.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
dude, our
so-
cover's so clutch, dude. So
A
clutch.
lot of top players are taking them, so I'm going to say yeah, take them.
Yep. So Chris Gardner has given us a little bit more love, letting us know that he has the 6th Sense shiny hat that he will
Shiny metal hat that I can wear with my, and warlord it up.
when
Hey,
he's
one more
loaded up.
point for the Legion of the Damned. We talked about them being kind of a crappy unit in 6th, but now since everything scores in 7th, you can come down in a remote place section of the board, score a quick Maelstrom of War objective point, vape something out with ignore cover. They don't suck right now.
I feel like
That's true.
Stoner Steve, we're about to send you a personal message on how we feel out loud on you and your birthday accomplishments. I feel like if we do it right now, it would not be positive to the community.
Yes, and continue to enjoy your birthday.
Yes. Cheers.
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 So Stone Steve's asking, do you feel the drop pods in Deathwing Assault are now overpowered since there's no need for models to be on the table at the end of the first turn?
No, I think it's still as good as it ever was.
We love pods right now. We love pods.
Yeah.
Pods
Who's
like
lying to
you.
me? There's no bubble chuck in here. I looked. It's not in here.
It's the Temple Guards or whatever.
The Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raiders have those, and first off, Overlords have ogre launchers. So first off, go back and
I
find
give
them.
up. I'm
Yeah.
done.
Well,
I'm done.
Chris Morgan saying good night. Thanks a lot for tuning in. We are at the end of our hour. I want to get sincere appreciation to everyone who contributed to the questions and watched. Again, don't be shy about getting in with the questions. We love it. We love talking about it. Please subscribe to us on YouTube if you have not already. We're building that up. And if you have any Army List questions, hit us up on Facebook. That's what we do when you either post the wall or hit us in a message on Facebook. We will definitely get to them as we can. Anybody else got anything they want to add before we get out of here?
Yeah, I got a couple. I'm getting ready to put a great list up for all the listeners and followers who've been asking for it. Also, please make sure, I said it earlier, but please go ahead and grab that summer seasonal ticket. I can't wait to see everybody. I know all the panelists and everybody here can't wait to see. Let's have a drink together and hang out. Please make sure that you get that in and you are not sad on August 8th when you found out that you cannot get into the summer seasonal.
Sounds like that, man. Juice, thanks for mentioning that. Kenny, Rob,
Love
hope
you.
you'll have a good night. Juice, thanks for helping us hold it down. Everybody
no doubt.
y'all have a good rest of your evening. We'll see y'all live next week. We're going to be recording on Wednesday, so get your question into us on Facebook. Leave us some 5 stars on iTunes. That's all the plugging I can do.
No doubt. Quick plug, real quick. We're gonna have our boy Kurt Claus, one of the winners of Team Quality Control, out on the podcast on Wednesday. So make sure you check it out for Sunday and listen.
Good night, everybody.